Alright Buddhas, welcome to another video. Today we are going to be talking about why failure or failing is actually one of the greatest things that you can do on your manifestation journey. Now, you might be thinking, Buddha billionaire, I went down there and I liked and subscribed, I hit the bell notification and everything, but how could failure actually be good? Let me explain real quick. Is there anything in your life that you failed at? If not, then this video is probably not for you. Good job, by the way. Hit that like button for never failing. If, however, you have failed at something, the meaning you give it is entirely up to you. What I mean by that is best explained with a bit of an example. Let's say you're looking to get a job, okay? You want to be a bike mechanic. So you go and you print off a bunch of resumes and you walk down a street that has a bunch of bike shops on it, and you hand out resumes and you go to apply at different spots. If you went to the first spot and they took your resume and said, sorry, we're not going to hire you, and then you went home and cried about it, then you're just failing at failure, honestly, because you hit adversity and you just completely and utterly gave up, which in itself could probably be a really good learning opportunity. However, most likely you would hand out the first resume. Hi, my name is so-and-so and I'm applying for this job, and you'd go down the list until you have exhausted your pile of resumes. You're not looking to get hired at every single spot. Actually, if you were to be called and hired at every single spot, you'd be in a bind because you don't have enough time to work 8,000 different jobs. But the one place that is right for you will be the one place that will hire you. In my case, I actually did this a few years ago when I was looking to work in a bike store, and the last place that I went was the first place that hired me because they saw my resume, they saw me standing there like, when can you start? And I worked for them for almost 2 years, about a year and a half or so. And I had a really good time. In Canada, for some context, bike season is fairly short because we have this thing called winter and the paths get covered in snow. So I worked there for about a summer and a bit, twice. Now, why I bring this up is that I didn't see those other places who never even called me back as failures, but they were inherently failures. I had reached out, hi, will you hire me? Essentially, no. If I had given up on the first one, I would never have gotten the job that I wanted at that time, and I'm very happy that I did get that job. So the failure process is how we go about narrowing in what we do actually want. Another example of this that I've used in my life is related to career again, is working for a really big tech company in my city. I really wanted to work for this tech company. I'd heard all kinds of crazy good things about it. I went through 5 interviews with them in person, meeting different people and feeling really like a part of a team, for them to inform me that they were hiring someone internally anyways and that my time was no longer needed. Now at the time, here's the thing, at the time, I took that negatively. I figured that I had wasted my time. I was a little bit upset because I was like, I put all this effort into it and I thought that I had built this great rapport. But it turns out clearly I was A, not ready for the job because I didn't get it, and B, my reactions to it, now that I've had time to observe them and to understand what actually was happening, my reaction was fairly negative, actually. I tried to cover it up at the time, but internally it was very negative. But it's been the most incredible blessing and gift not to be working there. Because I believe very strongly if I was working there, I would not be as interested in working on myself, right? I would be more into the culture of that behemoth of a company, which is a good thing, but I wouldn't be into myself as much. And the reason that I think that that is so important is that over the last year and a bit, I have had the most incredible time working on myself. I am able to dedicate loads of free time, especially because it's 2020, to my own self-development and to making this content for my audience. If you want to get this content every day, subscribe down below, hit the bell notification. Because we post every single day new videos. I'm not even sure 100% what they're about yet, but it's law of attraction, manifestation, and how to live a good life without having to stomp on anyone along the way, right? And I think that's where failure is the best way to manifest, because it narrows in what you actually want. If I were to achieve absolutely everything that I wanted to achieve immediately, then the feeling of achieving those things would be kind of bleh. Oh, cool, I won the lottery, neat. For the umpteenth time, I guess I'll just throw that ticket in a pile because I don't even need to go cash the check. Like, that would be very awesome, but also kind of boring and tedious. Like, I'd be wanting to, as Esther Hicks says, or Abraham, I'd be wanting to go to de-manifestation seminars. So I strongly believe that our inability to manifest instantly and these apparent failures, which I don't see as failures anymore, I see as learning opportunities and data acquisition and narrowing in my focus about what I do strongly want instead of what I thought I might have wanted and tried and failed, or thought I might have wanted but didn't realize I didn't have enough conviction for. That these are not a bad thing. These are the way that we figure out what we want. If the first person you ever dated in your entire life ended up being the only person you ever dated, that would be possibly awesome, but possibly very boring too, because you wouldn't have any real context for what other opportunities are out there and what you might actually like. The sifting and sorting and the filtration that we do as human beings is, in my opinion, one of the major reasons that we are here experiencing this existence. And I think that failing to manifest and failing in general is one of, if not the single most powerful tools at your disposal. So Buddhas, in summation, all you have to do is flip in your own head how you think about the failure. If you are denied something that you want for XYZ reason, then sit with it and think about if you do want it, and if you do want it, allow the next option to come on that journey. But also allow it to say, well, do I actually want it? And then giving that sifting and sorting, you can make a decision, and then you can move forward. We are here to make those decisions, and that's what's fun. And until the next video, Buddhas, remember the absolutely most important thing to do all the damn time is to love yourself.